Okay, so here we go. Version 2 of BBO is gone. So this is what many have used for years, and many have converted to version 3. But if you have not, I'm going to try to go through what I think are the differences. And if I'm not able to recall what the differences are, please ask me a question below or contact me on my Facebook page, Bridge Lake Country, Wisconsin, or email me, oconbridgeclub@gmail.com. But best would be to put questions below, because if you have a question, other people probably have the same question. So this is the old version. Adobe is no longer going to be supported. So BridgeBase has been warning us for a long time that it'll be going away, and we are now to version 3. This will just become the default for bridgebase.com. But bridgebase.com, this is what it looks like. Okay. So you'll have your username and login. So it'll be the same username and login that you had in the old version or any other prior version that you've had. It'll stay the same, and you'll just log in. So it looks a lot different. Okay. Just visually, it's going to not have these old grays and different things like that. So I'm just going to kind of help you navigate a little bit. So for first of all, there still is the ACBL world, but there's some other options as far as finding different things that you have. So ACBL world will have the ACBL games. Again, it looks a little bit different, but still basically the same information. You got your day longs, your different tournaments, the time they're coming up, how much they cost. Okay. But you also have a virtual club tab. If you play in ACBL virtual clubs, there's a separate tab for that in version 3, and it'll give you North America or wherever you might be playing. And you'll also have a competitive tab like it did in the old version, where you can find, again, it gives you just different tabs and different ways to find the same things. Again, the virtual club tab will be here. The ACBL Master Point tabs will be here. So just different ways to find the same things. Okay. This is your casual tab. Okay. Which takes you to actually it's a different server. So this is what's messed up people a lot over the last year, is you have different friends that are online. So right now I don't have any friends that are online in the casual side. This is where you start your own table for free, and you can do some different things. But if I go back to the other version, you'll find out that I do have some friends. So your friends don't transport when you're there. So if you're trying to start a table, they may be in the other side. So if you ever need to get them to where you can start a table, just your own table, you would click to casual, but everyone needs to click to casual, and then you can invite them and start your own table. Okay. So this is the home screen. You can pretty much get to anywhere that you need to, and then you have your tabs over here. Okay. Um, so your account tab will be the same functions that you could find in the old version, but they're just a little bit different layout. Okay. So it's under account. You have your profile, where you can edit your profile and talk about, where you live and what you call yourself. Settings, this is where you can do the settings. Again, these were in the old version, looked a lot different as far as setting them up, but you have the same options as far as different pictures of cards, if you want to confirm bids and confirm cards or not. If you happen to misclick fairly often, we suggest that you do that. Confirm your bids. And then there's just, you can have autoplay singletons. You can look at your cards different. So this is under account and then settings. Your convention cards will carry over if you had them in the old version. They'll be listed by your partner's name. Okay. And you can do the same thing with your convention cards. And if you ever want to click on one to edit it or whatever, you can either edit it, or if I wanted to use it with a different partner, that same convention card, I could just add their name. And then that same convention card would convert over to that other player, which is probably the quickest way. If you have a pickup partnership, you just try to determine which basic system you're going to play. You pick one, you put in there, and then you later could come back to edit it. Okay. And then deal archive is your different stored files. Okay. So again, these functions were in the old function, is just in the old version, is just a different way of finding them. History is still your history by most recent table, recent hands, and recent tournaments. People, we kind of showed you that before. This is a little bit different. You have to find it. You find a different tab for search in this version than you did the other one. So if you want to look for somebody, you do search here. Otherwise, your friends that are online are right here. If you want to show all your friends, you click the offline, it goes there. Okay. So search, like I said, is a little bit different, but it's still the same functionality is there. Messages are a little bit different too. It under the messages tab, the news will pop up. This is where any updated news stories will be there. This is where your chat will be. Typically, this would be like when you're at a table or something. Right now, I haven't chatted with anybody today. And then your mail, this would be when you get your results of tournaments and or people sent you mail. This is where that would show up under the messages tab. Okay. How to load money, upper right corner, BB dollars. Again, it was a different spot in the old version, but it works the same. The functionality is the same, where you can purchase, set up. Um, you can set up automatics when it hit certain numbers, and then that's really about it. So version 3, it'll just be the main and only thing, bridgebase.com. Okay. Now that we're in 2021, Adobe is not going to be serviced anymore. So everyone will need to convert to the new version, and BBO and will not be servicing and supporting as well, because they won't have a platform to work it on. So the new version is here. It's here to stay. Okay. If you have any questions, ask them below in the chat. Otherwise, it's really just going to be a different look for you if you haven't done it yet, but it really is the same functions and the same stuff that you're used to. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. And be sure to subscribe for other instructional videos, how to mini lessons, watching I record my play, anything else you may want to view. But again, thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.